Good morning, this is Shelby Law with the Great Basin Smoke Dispersion Briefing for Wednesday, March 4th, 2020. Precipitation for the past 14 days is shown here with the observed amounts on the left and the percent of normal on the right. We have had a few storms come through, mainly over the weekend, last weekend on Sunday. It did bring some precipitation to the south and parts of the northeast, but the western portions of the region are still fairly dry for the last couple of weeks. New snow accumulations are shown here over the past 72 hours. Again, this is mainly in that Sunday time frame. It's been generally dry for the last couple of days, and snow depth amounts are still within the normal range, fairly close to normal for the time of year. This morning's satellite imagery is shown here. We are looking for generally sunny skies to move into the Great Basin for the next couple of days, with just a little bit of cloud cover there across northern Idaho. So again, for today, we're looking at that high pressure to begin building into the Great Basin. For sunny skies and warming temperatures region-wide, with just a little bit of moisture there over the central Idaho mountains. Ventilation rates are not super favorable today for burning across the geographic area. This is due to the light winds in place over especially Utah and Nevada. Slightly stronger winds there up north with that moving system across the northern Rockies. And our mixing heights are also quite low across much of the region. On Thursday, we'll continue to see that high pressure ridge in place over the Great Basin for continued low ventilation rates, mainly over Idaho and Utah. We will begin to see a trough forming over the Pacific Northwest and Northern California. This will begin to pick up, begin to cause an increase in wind speeds over far western Nevada on Thursday. Again, here we're looking at those transport winds picking up mainly over southern Oregon and California, but they'll begin to move into western Nevada by Thursday afternoon. And mixing heights also on the increase there across the western portions of the geographic area, but still fairly low across the east. By Friday, we'll see the wind speeds continue to increase over much of the western half of the geographic area, with our ventilation rates increasing over Nevada and Utah. We won't see much really yet in the way of any precipitation, but possibly some increasing cloud cover there over northern Nevada and western Idaho. So looking for that increase in wind speed across much of the geographic area, especially Nevada and into southern Idaho and the higher elevations of Utah, with increasing mixing heights as well. So for the clearing index for Utah for the next couple of days, not looking really great for today and tomorrow with that high pressure in place over the geographic area, but by Friday we'll see those increased wind speeds as that trough moves in or begins to move in, and we'll see those mixing heights increase. The 3-day precipitation totals are shown here. We're really just looking for a grazing of some light precipitation there over the central Idaho mountains and western Wyoming over the next couple of days. By Saturday evening, we'll begin to see some cloud cover, mainly on Saturday, move into the geographic area. Possibly some precipitation will move into northern Idaho by Saturday evening, but most of this is just an increase in atmospheric moisture and some cloud cover. Ventilation rates are still going to be pretty good on Saturday with that increase in wind and the high mixing heights. On Sunday, we will see a better chance for precipitation across portions of the geographic area, mainly low elevation rain and some higher elevation snow, as the storm isn't terribly cold at the lower elevations. And the ventilation rates will still be pretty good for burning across Nevada and Utah. The storm will continue into Monday, mainly Monday night, and particularly over Utah. Continue to high ventilation rates. And then we'll begin to dry out by later in the day on Tuesday, especially across the northern 2/3 of the geographic area, as that low kind of remains a little bit to the south, bringing some moisture up into the desert southwest. Ventilation rates may begin to decrease by Tuesday, as we'll see that drying pattern move into the northern 2/3 of the area. So the precipitation accumulation for days 4 and 5, including Saturday through Monday, is shown here. Mainly looking for the precip to come to Idaho and Utah and just portions of central and northeast Nevada. The best chance for the snowfall, of course, is going to be the higher elevations of Idaho, Wyoming, and northern Utah, with low elevation rain. The 8 to 14 day outlooks from the Climate Prediction Center for temperature and precipitation are shown here. This takes us through the middle of March, and we're looking for above normal temperatures in place over much of the Great Basin, with above normal chances for precipitation over mainly the southern 2/3 of the geographic area, with near normal precipitation expected over Idaho. This concludes today's smoke dispersion briefing. Please check back on Friday for the latest updates.